You guys, I was literally about to go to the store to print out my photos for my vision board. I watched this video and I realized I've been doing my vision boards completely wrong. Completely wrong. So in this video, I am going to teach you exactly how to do your vision board so you have the most success in your next year. So if you're like me, and when you were making your vision board, you literally just thought to yourself, oh, I wanna be rich, so I'm gonna print out a picture of money. Or I wanna be a content creator, so I'm gonna print out a picture of the 100,000 subscriber plaque. And then you just plopped it on a vision board and you said, there you go. You're not alone, but you're definitely doing it wrong. Your vision board should be personal and it should reflect on the upcoming year you're about to have. I personally was doing things like far in the future, oh, I wanna win an Oscar and I want like 1 million subscribers, all of these things. You're kind of setting yourself up for failure with that in 1 year. Like, is it possible for all that to happen in a year? Yes, but it's kind of like a 1 in a million thing, and like it would make me sad. I have a vision board that I put together like 3 years ago, and I look at it now and I still don't have anything on that vision board because it's so far in the future. This year, let's focus on doing a vision board for the next year coming. So step 1, review your 2023. So I want you to journal a little bit. It might be scary. It was kind of scary for me, but I promise you, I thought by the end of this, I was going to be sad and like upset with like, oh my God, I didn't accomplish my goals and blah, 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 blah. I left this journal prompt feeling so good about myself, feeling so excited, so happy with my 2023 year. I didn't think I was gonna feel that way. So I definitely recommend doing this. Here are a few journal prompts that you can do to really reflect on your last year. So 2023 was the year that I blank. It's really cool to have themes in your years. Oh, this year was the year that I did this, and this is the year that I did that. So what is like your word of 2023? This one was one of my favorite prompts, is what are your top 3 memories of 2023? I have never done this before, my top memories of a year. Like, that's so special and sweet. I really love this one. Next one is what made me feel most energized. Also, what drained me. This is gonna be your first step in figuring out what makes me happy and what in my life makes me feel drained. It could be a person, it could be a thing, it could be an activity, maybe an event that happened that made you feel drained. Give you a little bit of insight into, okay, what about that event made me feel this way? And kind of just really starting to reflect on who you are and your emotions. You know, everybody has different triggers and things, so that helps. And then also the triggers of positivity and what made you happy. Learning what those are so you can implement the positives into your 2024. Next one is what I really needed but couldn't give myself consistently. This is such a powerful one. Personally, for me, it was like my career and my work, like what I want the most out of life. I didn't have the proper habits, routines to really give everything that I had. That's something for me, as an example, I didn't give myself consistently. It could also be like healthy eating and going to the gym consistently, or if you were trying to save money, like I didn't save money consistently out of each paycheck, and that, you know, was something that I didn't do for myself. Maybe also like if you really needed to journal more or just like prioritize your mental health and you didn't do that consistently through the year. Write it down because we're gonna do that in 2024. Next, list of highlights and accomplishments of your year. That one was really fun. It'll definitely make you happy and feel so freaking good about yourself. You're like, oh my God, I did that. Okay, next is what made me feel most passionate. Also, what made me feel most at peace. And then what made me feel most accomplished. After that is an action that has kept me stuck. This one, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Like thinking about that, like what have I done to make me feel stuck? What a question. So definitely like take your time on that one and really think it through. Also, one thing I do want to mention, and this is like a total side note, I have very negative self-talk. And when I do these types of things, I'm always thinking to myself like, oh, I'm not doing it right. I can't remember everything, so I'm not writing everything that I need to write. All of these just like negative natter in my brain when I'm trying to do this. If you're doing that to yourself, catch yourself and say like, stop. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to remember every single little thing of my entire year. If I'm forgetting something, like, it's fine. Just take what you are right now and how you feel in the moment of doing this and reflect on the things you do remember. And if some things you think about later, you can add it, or if you never think about it, that's fine. Don't overwhelm yourself. And I'm saying this because I do it. I just want to make sure anybody else that feels that way has that advice. Moving on. After you do all of your journal prompts, you're going to have a really good understanding of your previous this year. You should understand a lot more of what makes you happy, what makes you sad, good things that have happened to you in the past year, what you want to implement more into 2024, which we'll get into even more detail in a second. So next, what I want you to do is go in my description and print out this sheet. It's called the Wheel of Life. This is so amazing. I wish I've had this like my entire life because I love it so much. If you are a visual person, this is going to change your life. You can also do it like on your iPad if you have that and just like color it in. I printed mine out and I put like 2024 at the top of it. In this Wheel of Life, there are 10 sections. And in these sections, you have spirituality, money and finances, career and work, health and fitness, blah, blah, blah. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go through each one and you're going to color in. If you're like me, just do it in pencil first. That way, if like you change your mind, you can just erase it and it's not like, oh my gosh. Is anyone else like that? Like I'm so scared of making a mistake. I just do it in pencil first. It helps my brain. Hopefully it helps yours too. So first thing you're gonna do is like, let's say health and fitness, right? You're gonna rank what you feel like you are right now from 1 to 10. So the type of work that I have, I'm a cleaner and it's very physically demanding. I'm getting my exercise in, I'm drinking a lot of water. I feel like every day I'm going to the gym, to be honest. So I put mine at a 7. So I colored in all the way to 7. And then you're gonna think to yourself, okay, health and fitness, is there anything I'd like to work on, or am I happy with being where I'm at? If you're happy with being where you're at for the next year and don't really wanna put all of your energy towards that thing, you can just put a little dot at the 7 and you're like, okay, I'm at a 7, I'm happy being at a 7, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to consistently do this. If you want to go higher than a 7, let's say, like for me, I wanna be at an 8. I wanna eat better, I haven't been eating that great, so I wanna introduce more greens to my diet. Also, I wanna work on my boot a little bit. I wanna get her a little, y'all know, a little poo-poo. I don't know what sounds I'm making. Put like a little dot. Just a little dot at 8, okay? And that is what you're gonna do for each category. And it's so amazing because you can visually see, and it's so aesthetic, I love it. But you can visually see like where you are and where you want to be in each section of your life. Okay, after you do this, what you're gonna do is you are going to look at each section and each category and you're going to see like, okay, where do I need the most work and where do I want to focus my energy this next year? I want you to pick only 3 categories. This is because if you choose more, you'll probably get overwhelmed. You don't want to put all of your energy towards all of these different things. That's gonna wear you down and drain you. Trust me, I know. We're gonna be consistent, we're gonna be determined, and we're gonna be goal focused. After you pick your 3, you're going to write up to 3 goals for each category. That's going to be a total of 9 goals for the year that you are going to focus on this 2024. No more than 3, okay? Your 4th can wait till next year. We're not doing it. Or if you accomplish all 3 goals and you want to add another one, that's fine, but we're not there yet, okay? 3 goals. So step 3 of creating your vision board for 2024, we are going to do something called your favorite self. These questions are for now, just like the 2023 review. These 2024 questions are right now, okay? Learning what makes you feel your best is going to help you make sure that you incorporate those things into your upcoming year. It also lets you think of you and not everybody else around you, which is really important. So you can say like, oh, I want to be like an athlete and work out and do all these things, but literally working out and doing all of those specific things make you feel so miserable and awful. It doesn't matter if like your dad wants you to get fit or like your BFF wants you to go work out with them. If that doesn't fuel you and doesn't excite you and you don't want to do that, then you should not. So this is the question of, when do you feel your best? This outfit for me is like my style and I feel so confident and cute. I honestly forgot my little necklace, but I have like a little 222 necklace. Like I feel so good and confident in my full self in this. Also my hair, like I hate sitting there with a curling iron and just like doing my hair all day. So doing like the heatless curls, like that fuels me. I'm like, oh my gosh, let me just take this sucker out and I'm good to go. I love that. So I'm not gonna convince myself like, oh my God, no, you should curl your hair because blah, blah, blah. No, I like doing this, so this is what I'm gonna do. So that can be like what you wear, it can be your hair, who you are when you hang around like certain people. When I'm around my boyfriend, I feel silly, I feel myself. I can be totally me and I love that. When I talk to my best friend, Alyssa, like we are so silly. We can talk about literally anything in the entire world. Like she is my best friend. I love myself when I'm around her. When I'm with other people, I feel like, oh, I can't say these things, like I can't do these things. I don't feel as good around those people. I'm my favorite self when I'm doing these activities, like when I'm boxing or when I don't box, but for example, when I'm riding my bike, when I'm journaling, even like when I spend my day this way. It could also be like when I eat these things, like my body feels its best self. I'm my favorite self myself because I know I'm taking care of me. I feel good about myself. My body feels good. Like, it could also even be like how I go about my day. So like waking up at a certain time, journaling, editing, like doing the things that fuel me in the morning, like make me feel so good about myself instead of going to bed late, waking up late, right when I get up, get ready and go to work. I'm just like, ugh, it doesn't fuel me as hard as like having my routine. So that's just an example. It could be other things. Okay, so now that I'm so excited. I'm sorry if I'm like giddy. It's just, I love this stuff. Now that we've talked about your favorite self, now is when we can start to get visual. This is now where you have a really good idea of what makes you happy, what you want to incorporate in your 2024, what you want, what your goals are. Your whole chart is ready to go. You know what your goals are. You know what you want. You have 3 goals for each category. The last thing I want you to do before starting to find the photos of your vision board is I want you to pick a theme of this year. I want it to be one word, and it should be what you want the most in this year to come. For me, my word of the year is create, just because right now, the biggest gap that I have on my wheel of life is work and career. I have a 3 and I want it to be at an 8. For me, it's create because that is what my work that I want to do consists of, is creating. Creating videos, creating moments, creating scenes for my acting, creating a new life, new habits, new morning routines, new ideas, new everything. I just want to create this year. Feel free to copy that if you want. I love that word and I think it's a great one for a vision board. So now that you have your word of the year, now that you have really figured out exactly what you want for this year, now you can start picking your photos. I recommend Pinterest. I also love having like a color theme for the year. For me, I really love green and I'm getting into sage green a lot, so I think I'm gonna make mine green oriented. Also, one thing that you can do if you're searching on Pinterest and you can't find aesthetically pleasing photos, you can just type in the thing that you want and then put aesthetic afterwards. Or even like if you want a color like green aesthetic, and that should help you have things pop up that are more into like what you want specifically. One thing that you can do is you can go to Canva and you can create your vision board on there and then have it as like your home screen on your computer or on your phone. That's something that I think I'm going to do this year, as well as printing out the pictures and putting it on a board to hang up in your home. I hope that these tips have been extremely helpful in your creation of your 2024 vision board. I am so excited to do this myself. Obviously, I've done a lot of prep work. I just need to print out my photos because I was going to, and then I found that video and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to redo everything. I'm going to print out my pictures soon and I'll probably do a video on it. We can make our vision board together. Definitely like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe if you'd like to stick around. Just remember that this year is going to be amazing. You are amazing. You're going to knock it out of the park. You have now taken the time and dedication that you need to really focus on your future for the next year. You've made it about you, nobody else. You've really nailed down like the types of goals that you want that are realistic, that are achievable, and that are aligned with who you are right now and what you want to be in the future. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you for doing this and taking the step to really get your life on track. You've got this. We've got this together. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.